Nigeria, officially the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is a country in West Africa. It is situated between the Sahel to the north and the Gulf of Guinea to the south in the Atlantic Ocean. It covers an area of 923,769 square kilometers, and with a population of over 230 million, it is the most populous country in Africa, and the world's sixth most populous country. Nigeria borders Niger in the north, Chad in the northeast, Cameroon in the east, and Benin in the west. Nigeria is a federal republic comprising 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, where the capital Abuja is located. The largest city in Nigeria is Lagos, one of the largest metropolitan areas in the world and the largest in Africa. The name Nigeria was taken from the Niger River running through the country. This name was coined on 8th January 1897 by the British journalist Flora Shaw, who later married Frederick Lugard, a British colonial administrator. Nigeria has been home to several indigenous pre-colonial states and kingdoms since the second millennium BC, with the Nok civilization in the 15th century BC marking the first internal unification in the country. The modern state originated with British colonialization in the 19th century, taking its present territorial shape with the merging of the Southern Nigeria Protectorate and Northern Nigeria Protectorate in 1914 by Lord Lugard. The British set up administrative and legal structures while practicing indirect rule through traditional chiefdoms in the Nigeria region. Nigeria became a formally independent federation on 1st October 1960. It experienced a civil war from 1967 to 1970, followed by a succession of military dictatorships and democratically elected civilian governments until achieving a stable democracy in the 1999 presidential election. Nigeria is a multinational state inhabited by more than 250 ethnic groups, speaking 500 distinct languages, all identifying with a wide variety of cultures. The three largest ethnic groups are the Hausa in the north, Yoruba in the west, and Igbo in the east, together constituting over 60% of the total population. The official language is English, chosen to facilitate linguistic unity at the national level. Nigeria's constitution ensures de jure freedom of religion, and it is home to some of the world's largest Muslim and Christian populations. Nigeria is divided roughly in half between Muslims, who live mostly in the north, and Christians, who live mostly in the south. Indigenous religions, such as those native to the Igbo and Yoruba ethnicities, are in the minority. Nigeria is a regional power in Africa and a middle and emerging power in international affairs. Nigeria's economy is the largest in Africa, the 39th largest in the world by nominal GDP, and 27th largest by PPP. Nigeria is often referred to as the giant of Africa, owing to its large population and economy, and is considered to be an emerging market by the World Bank. Nigeria is a founding member of the African Union and a member of many international organizations, including the United Nations, the Commonwealth of Nations, NAM, the Economic Community of West African States, Organization of Islamic Cooperation, and OPEC. It is also a member of the Informal Mint Group of countries and is one of the next 11 economies. Nigeria's festivals are not only occasions for joyous celebration, but also serve as windows into the cultural, religious, and historical aspects of various ethnic groups across the country. One of the most widely celebrated festivals in Nigeria is the Eyo Festival, held in Lagos. This festival, also known as the Adamu Orisa Play, is a Yoruba cultural extravaganza that attracts locals and tourists alike. Characterized by participants donned in white robes and adorned with colorful hats, the Eyo Festival is a procession that honors the deceased and showcases the rich cultural history of the Yoruba people. The lively parades, music, and traditional dances create a captivating spectacle that captures the essence of Yoruba tradition. In the northern part of Nigeria, the Durbar Festival is a grand display of equestrian skills, pageantry, and martial arts. Celebrated in several cities, including Kano and Zaria, the festival is marked by a colorful procession of elaborately dressed horsemen, musicians, and dancers. The Durbar Festival is not only a celebration of cultural heritage, but also an opportunity for communities to come together in unity and festivity. For the Igbo people, the New Yam Festival, or Iriji Ohuru, is a significant cultural event. This festival marks the end of the rainy season and the beginning of the harvest period. Communities come together to offer thanks to the gods for a bountiful harvest, with ceremonies that include traditional dances, rituals, and the symbolic presentation of the newly harvested yams. The New Yam Festival is a time of joy, feasting, and cultural pride. In the southeastern part of Nigeria, the Ofala Festival is a celebration of the reigning monarch, known as the Igwe or Obi, and is observed in various Igbo communities. This festival is characterized by vibrant processions, traditional rites, and the display of royal regalia. It serves as a time for the community to honor and pay homage to their traditional leaders, reinforcing the cultural and historical ties that bind the people together. Religious festivals are also prominent in Nigeria, with both Christian and Muslim celebrations playing a significant role. Christmas and Easter are marked by elaborate church services, family gatherings, and festive feasts. Similarly, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha are joyous occasions for Muslims characterized by prayers, feasting, and acts of charity. Nigeria's festivals are not only about tradition and cultural expression, but also serve as important economic and tourism drivers. Tourists from around the world are drawn to the country to witness these vibrant celebrations, contributing to a cultural exchange that fosters understanding and appreciation. In conclusion, the festivals of Nigeria are a testament to the country's cultural diversity, rich history, and the resilience of its people. These celebrations provide a platform for communities to come together, express their unique identities, and showcase the beauty of Nigeria's cultural mosaic to the world. Each festival is a unique chapter in the nation's story, contributing to the tapestry of the area of present-day Nigeria has been continually inhabited for thousands of years before the Common Era by advanced group of peoples. The Kainji Dam excavations showed ironworking by the 2nd century BC. The transition from Neolithic times to the Iron Age was accomplished without intermediate bronze production. Some have suggested the technology moved west from the Nile Valley, but the Iron Age in the Niger River Valley and the forest region appears to predate the introduction of metallurgy in the upper savanna by more than 800 years, as well as predating it in the Nile Valley. And more recent research suggests that iron metallurgy was developed independently in sub-Saharan Africa. The Nok civilization of Nigeria thrived between 1500 BC and AD 200. It produced life-size terracotta figures that are some of the earliest known sculptures in sub-Saharan Africa, and smelted iron by about 550 BC and possibly a few centuries earlier. Evidence of iron smelting has also been excavated at sites in the Nsukka region of southeast Nigeria, dating to 2000 BC at the site of Leja and to 750 BC and at the site of Opi. The Kano Chronicle highlights an ancient history dating to around 999 AD of the Hausa Sahelian city-state of Kano, with other major Hausa cities, or Hausa Bakwai, of Daura, Hadeja, Kano, Katsina, Zazau, Rano, and Gobir, all having recorded histories dating back to the 10th century. There are early historical references by medieval Arab and Muslim historians and geographers which refer to the Kanem-Bornu Empire as the region's major center for Islamic civilization. The kingdom of Nuri of the Igbo people consolidated in the 10th century and continued until it lost its sovereignty to the British in 1911. In West Africa, the oldest bronzes made using the lost wax process were from Igbo Ukwu, a city under Nuri influence. The Yoruba kingdoms of Ife and Oyo in southwestern Nigeria became prominent in the 12th and 14th centuries, respectively. The oldest signs of human settlement at Ife's current site date back to the 9th century, and its material culture includes terracotta and bronze figures. In the 16th century, Portuguese explorers were the first Europeans to begin important, direct trade with the peoples of southern Nigeria, at the port they named Lagos, formerly Echo, and in Calabar along the region's slave coast. Europeans traded goods with peoples at the coast. Coastal trade with Europeans also marked the beginnings of the Atlantic slave trade. The port of Calabar, on the historical Bight of Biafra, now commonly referred to as the Bight of Bonny, became one of the largest slave trading posts in West Africa in the era of the Atlantic slave trade. Other major slaving ports in Nigeria were located in Badagry, Lagos on the Bight of Benin, and Bonny Island on the Bight of Biafra. The majority of those enslaved and taken to these ports were captured in raids and wars. Usually, the captives were taken back to the conqueror's territory as forced labor. After time, they were sometimes acculturated and absorbed into the conqueror's society. Slave routes were established throughout Nigeria, linking the hinterland areas with the major coastal ports. Some of the more prolific slave-trading kingdoms who participated in the Atlantic slave trade were linked with the Edo's Benin Empire in the south, Oyo Empire in the southwest, and the Aro Confederacy in the southeast. From the north to the south and the east to the west, Nigeria boasts a wide array of delicious dishes that cater to various tastes and preferences. One of the defining features of Nigerian cuisine is the abundant use of spices and herbs, creating a symphony of flavors that titillate the taste buds. A cornerstone of Nigerian cooking is the use of peppers, both fresh and dried, which imparts a distinctive heat to many dishes. This spicy element is evident in one of Nigeria's most famous dishes, jollof rice. Jollof rice is a flavorful one-pot dish made with rice, tomatoes, onions, and a blend of spices. It is a staple at celebrations and gatherings, loved for its bold taste and colorful presentation. Another culinary gem is pounded yam and egusi soup, a dish popular in the southern part of the country. Pounded yam, a starchy side dish, is made by boiling yams and then pounding them until smooth and stretchy. It is often paired with egusi soup, a hearty and nutritious soup made from melon seeds, leafy vegetables, and meat or fish. This dish exemplifies the Nigerian penchant for combining textures and flavors to create a satisfying and well-rounded meal. In the northern regions, suya stands out as a beloved street food. Suya is grilled meat, typically beef or chicken, seasoned with a flavorful blend of spices and ground peanuts. The result is a tantalizing combination of smoky, spicy, and nutty flavors that has made suya a favorite snack for many Nigerians. Nigeria's coastal areas offer a bounty of seafood, influencing dishes like pepper soup and boli, grilled plantains. Pepper soup is a hot and spicy broth often made with fish, meat, or both, infused with aromatic spices. Boli, on the other hand, showcases the country's love for plantains, a versatile fruit that is grilled and served with a spicy peanut sauce. Diversity is not only evident in the flavors, but also in the array of ingredients used. From the rich stews of the Igbo people to the fiery soups of the Yoruba and the savory dishes of the Hausa Fulani, Nigerian cuisine is a celebration of cultural diversity and culinary ingenuity. While traditional dishes hold a special place in the hearts of Nigerians, the cuisine has also evolved, incorporating modern twists and international influences. As Nigerian chefs gain recognition on the global stage, there is a growing fusion of traditional and contemporary elements, creating a dynamic culinary landscape that continues to captivate food enthusiasts worldwide. Nigeria's journey in the world of sports has been marked by significant achievements and the emergence of globally acclaimed sporting personalities. From athletics to football, Nigeria has consistently made its mark on the international stage, showcasing talent, resilience, and a passion out as a national competitions. One of the crowning achievements came in 1994 when Nigeria won the Africa Cup of Nations, AFCON, and later that year, the team made a memorable debut in the FIFA World Cup, reaching the round of 16. The under-17 national football team, known as the Golden Eaglets, has also been a dominant force, winning the FIFA U17 World Cup multiple times. Individually, Niger also became ambassadors for Nigerian football, earning respect for their skill, dedication, and sportsmanship. In athletics, Nigeria has produced world-class track and field athletes who have competed at the highest level. Notable among them is Blessing Okagbare, an accomplished sprinter and long jumper. Okagbare has consistently represented Nigeria in the Olympics and various international championships, showcasing the country's prowess in track and field events. In the realm of basketball, Nigeria has made significant strides, particularly in recent years. The national basketball team, known as the Tigers, has become a formidable force in African basketball. The team has qualified for the Olympics and continues to make strides in global competitions, contributing to the growing popularity of basketball within the country. Outside the traditional realms of sports, Nigeria has excelled in sports like wrestling and boxing. In wrestling, athletes like Daniel Igali, who won Nigeria's first-ever Olympic gold medal in Sydney 2000, have brought honor to the country. In boxing, Samuel Peter, known as the Nigerian Nightmare, achieved success on the international stage, becoming a heavyweight champion. The impact of Nigerian athletes is not limited to their achievements in competitions. They also serve as inspirational figures and role models, motivating younger generations to pursue their dreams in sports. The dedication and success of these athletes have played a crucial role in elevating Nigeria's status in the global sporting community. Nigeria's political and judicial landscape is a complex interplay of democratic principles, historical legacies, and ongoing efforts to address challenges and foster good governance. The country's political system operates within a federal structure, and its judicial system plays a pivotal role in upholding the rule of law and ensuring justice for its diverse population. Nigeria operates as a federal republic, with power distributed between the federal and state levels of government. The president, elected through a democratic process, serves as both the head of state and government. The National Assembly, comprising the Senate and the House of Representatives, legislates at the federal level, while each of the 36 states has its own governor and legislature. While Nigeria has experienced periods of military rule, the country has made significant strides in consolidating democratic governance since its return to civilian rule in 1999. However, challenges persist, including issues related to electoral transparency and the need for continuous improvements in the electoral process. Ongoing efforts are being made to enhance the credibility of elections and strengthen democratic institutions, which are essential for the country's political stability and development. The judicial system in Nigeria is an integral part of the country's governance structure, tasked with interpreting the law, upholding the Constitution, and ensuring justice. The judiciary operates independently, providing a system of checks and balances within the government. The Supreme Court serves as the highest appellate court in the country, while lower courts, including the Court of Appeal and high courts, handle cases at various levels. However, the Nigerian judicial system faces challenges, including issues of judicial independence, backlog of cases, and concerns about the efficiency of the legal process. Reforms aimed at addressing these challenges are underway, with a focus on enhancing the capacity of the judiciary, promoting transparency, and ensuring equitable access to justice for all citizens. Nigeria's economy is a multifaceted landscape, shaped by a combination of factors including its rich natural resources, a diverse agricultural sector, a growing manufacturing industry, a robust financial services sector, and the complexities associated with being a major oil-producing nation. Understanding the dynamics of these elements is essential for comprehending the opportunities and challenges that characterize Nigeria's economic profile. Oil plays a pivotal role in Nigeria's economic landscape. The country is one of the largest oil producers in Africa and a significant player in the global oil market. The oil sector has historically been a major contributor to government revenue and export earnings. However, the over-reliance on oil has exposed the Nigerian economy to the volatility of global oil prices, making it susceptible to economic fluctuations. Efforts to diversify the economy away from oil dependency have gained prominence, recognizing the need for a more sustainable and resilient economic foundation. Agriculture, another cornerstone of Nigeria's economy, employs a substantial portion of the population and contributes significantly to the country's gross domestic product, GDP. Nigeria boasts fertile land and a favorable climate, allowing for the cultivation of a variety of crops. The agricultural sector encompasses both subsistence farming and commercial agriculture, with crops such as cassava, yams, cocoa, and rubber playing prominent roles. The government has prioritized initiatives to modernize agriculture, improve productivity, and ensure food security. In addition to agriculture, the manufacturing sector is a key player in Nigeria's economic diversification efforts. The country has witnessed growth in industries such as cement production, food processing, and textiles. Promoting local manufacturing is seen as crucial for reducing import dependency, creating jobs, and fostering economic resilience. However, challenges such as inadequate infrastructure and access to finance remain obstacles to the sector's full potential. Nigeria's financial services sector has experienced significant growth and transformation, with a well-established banking system, a vibrant stock exchange, and a burgeoning fintech industry. Nigeria's diverse ecosystems, ranging from dense rainforests to expansive savannas, are home to a rich array of wildlife. The country's biodiversity, however, faces significant threats, leading to the endangerment of several species. Understanding the status of Nigeria's wildlife is crucial for implementing conservation measures and ensuring the long-term survival of its unique flora and fauna. One of the iconic species in Nigeria is the cross-river gorilla, a subspecies of the western gorilla. Endemic to the Cross River region, this gorilla faces severe threats due to habitat loss, deforestation, and human-wildlife conflict. Conservation efforts, including the establishment of protected areas and community engagement initiatives, are crucial for the survival of this critically endangered primate. The Nigerian Conservation Foundation, NCF, and other environmental organizations are actively involved in efforts to protect Nigeria's wildlife. The NCF, for instance, focuses on initiatives such as habitat restoration, community education, and anti-poaching measures to safeguard endangered species. These organizations play a pivotal role in raising awareness, conducting research, and advocating for policies that promote wildlife conservation. The elephant population in Nigeria, particularly in the Yankari Game Reserve, represents another flagship species. Poaching for ivory, habitat fragmentation, and human-wildlife conflict pose significant threats to these majestic creatures. Conservation strategies include anti-poaching patrols, community involvement, and international collaborations to curb the illegal wildlife trade. Nigeria's river systems, including the Niger and Benue rivers, harbor diverse aquatic species. However, issues such as overfishing, pollution, and the construction of dams have impacted fish populations and the overall health of aquatic ecosystems. Sustainable fisheries management practices and the enforcement of environmental regulations are essential for maintaining the ecological balance of Nigeria's water bodies. The leatherback sea turtle, which nests along the country's coastline, faces threats from coastal development, pollution, and poaching of eggs. Conservation efforts include community-based initiatives to protect nesting sites, as well as advocacy for the enforcement of regulations to mitigate human-induced threats. Despite these challenges, Nigeria has made strides in wildlife conservation. Efforts to establish and manage protected areas, promote sustainable land use practices, and engage local communities in conservation activities are steps in the right direction. Additionally, international partnerships and collaborations with conservation organizations contribute to a more comprehensive approach to safeguarding Nigeria's biodiversity. The fashion industry in Nigeria contributes significantly to the country's economics. Casual attire is commonly worn, but formal and traditional styles are also worn depending on the occasion. Nigeria is known not only for its fashionable textiles and garments, but also for its fashion designers who have increasingly gained international recognition. Euromonitor estimates the sub-Saharan fashion market to be worth $31 billion, with Nigeria accounting for 15% of these $31 billion. Nigeria is not only known for their many fashion textiles and garment pieces that are secret to their culture. The Nigerian fashion industry has undergone a remarkable transformation in recent years, evolving into a dynamic and influential force on the global stage. From traditional attire that reflects the country's diverse cultural heritage to contemporary designs that push the boundaries of creativity, Nigeria's fashion scene is a vibrant blend of tradition and innovation. One of the hallmarks of Nigerian fashion is its ability to seamlessly fuse traditional fabrics, patterns, and motifs with modern silhouettes and styles. Designers often draw inspiration from the rich tapestry of ethnic groups in Nigeria, incorporating elements such as aso-oke, Ankara, and adire into their creations. This fusion not only pays homage to cultural roots, but also gives rise to unique and eye-catching designs that captivate fashion enthusiasts worldwide. The fashion industry in Nigeria has seen the emergence of talented and visionary designers who have gained international acclaim. Designers like Deola Sagoe, Lisa Folawiyo, and Mai Atafo have successfully bridged the gap between traditional and contemporary fashion, creating collections that celebrate Nigeria's cultural diversity while making a bold statement on the global fashion scene. These designers have not only contributed to the growth of the industry within Nigeria, but have also elevated the country's profile in the international fashion community. Nigeria's fashion icons play a crucial role in shaping trends and influencing style both within and outside the country. These icons often extend beyond the runway to include celebrities, musicians, and social media influencers who have become trendsetters in their own right. Figures like Tiwa Savage, Wizkid, and Burna Boy not only dominate the music scene but also command attention for their distinctive fashion choices, becoming style inspirations for many. The rise of fashion weeks in major Nigerian cities, particularly Lagos, has further propelled the industry forward. Lagos Fashion Week has become a key platform for local designers to showcase their talents, attracting attention from fashion enthusiasts, buyers, and media from around the world. In the grand tapestry of Africa's economic landscape, Nigeria stands as a formidable giant, possessing immeasurable economic prospects that extend far beyond its borders. With a diverse range of resources, a burgeoning population, and a resilient entrepreneurial spirit, Nigeria's economic potential has the power to not only shape its own destiny, but also uplift the entire continent. The abundance of natural resources, including oil, agriculture, and minerals, provides a solid foundation for economic growth. Nigeria's strategic geographical location, coupled with its dynamic and youthful population, positions the country as a hub for innovation, trade, and investment. As Nigeria continues to harness these strengths, it becomes a catalyst for economic development across Africa, inspiring neighboring nations to chart a course towards prosperity. The economic giant status of Nigeria is not merely defined by its resources, but also by the resilience and ingenuity of its people. The entrepreneurial spirit that thrives within the country has given rise to a vibrant and diverse business landscape. Nigerian businesses, both traditional and modern, have demonstrated adaptability and creativity, contributing to the overall economic vibrancy and fostering an environment conducive to sustained growth. Moreover, Nigeria's commitment to regional collaborations and partnerships underscores its role as a leader in fostering economic integration across Africa. Through initiatives such as the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, Nigeria is actively contributing to the creation of a unified economic bloc, promoting intra-African trade and opening doors to shared opportunities. While challenges persist, including issues of infrastructure, governance, and economic inclusivity, Nigeria's economic trajectory remains one of hope and promise. The concerted efforts to address these challenges, coupled with a vision for sustainable development, propel Nigeria towards a future where its economic influence positively reverberates throughout the continent. In essence, Nigeria's journey as the economic giant of Africa is not just a national narrative, but a continental one, carrying the aspirations of a brighter future for the entire African continent. As Nigeria continues to chart its economic course, the hope is that its success becomes a beacon, inspiring and uplifting nations across Africa, fostering a collective journey towards prosperity, development, and shared progress.